On a day filled with football, family, and a whole lot of food, trackside is the last place I expected to find myself on Thanksgiving. Nonetheless, here I was for a solid 8 hours on November 22nd, 2012. The occasion was a last-chance effort of shooting Union Pacific's Southern Pacific Heritage locomotive, which came in on NS Train 212 from Atlanta the day prior. The place? The NJ Transit stop at Roselle Park on Conrail's Lehigh Line. And yes, this is still Conrail trackage. This is CP Roselle Park at milepost 16 on Conrail's Lehigh Line in northern New Jersey, part of the North Jersey Shared Assets area. Roselle Park is a station stop on New Jersey Transit's Raritan Valley Line, and the platform here is an island, and provides ample light and shelter for watching trains through the night. With the hopes of UP 1996 turning to be sent back on 211, the name of the game was Sit and Wait. Sadly, the UP 1996 SP Daylight and NS 211 didn't show their face during my 8-hour tenure at Roselle Park, but just about everything else did. The first of the bunch was NS 23M, pulling a string of international containers bound for UP's Global 1 Chicago Intermodal Terminal.
Conrail, Townley, with the Jersey, track 2, double defects. Total, axle, count, 2, 1,
The beauty of this area is that multiple Class 1s can be seen running the same set of tracks. Case in point is CSX Mixed Intermodal Q031 passing about an hour and a half after 23M, on the beginning of its long haul south to Jacksonville, Florida. Q190 from Philadelphia is next, kicking up the sub-40 degree air in Roselle Park with its 36 platforms for South Kearney Yard, with all but one of them loaded.
Clear signal 161.8, Q190 21L.
prominent presence on the radio in this area is the Townley defect detector, located by CP Townley a short ways up the line. Like all traditional Conrail detectors, it announces a place location rather than a milepost. You heard it go off for both 23M and Q031, and Q190 is no different, clearing the detector at 4:25 in the morning.
Conrail, Townley, New Jersey. Track 1, defect. Total, axle, count, 116. Train speed, 40, over.
Q190, no defects, Townley out.
Although CSX high priority jobs just ran back to back, NS owned the morning from this point forward. The clear aspect displayed at CPL Dean is for Manifest 19G, who is fresh out of Conrail's Oak Island Yard in Newark. The Dash 9 Duo is working hard and does a number on the onboard microphone of my temporary camera as it charges by the Roselle Park platform.
S19E, go ahead, signal Roselle Park, track 2 west.
Soon after this point, I retreated back to the car in an attempt to grab a bit of shut-eye before heading home, as it was becoming very clear that 211 would not be running anytime soon. I had just put everything away and was ready to kick back for an hour or so when 18G from Allentown was heard calling nearby signals to the west. Very near. 18G hustled through Roselle Park on track 2 with a trio of EMD locomotives bringing the train towards Oak Island as the blue hour sets in. Although not much if any sleep was obtained while taking a break in the car, It was a few hours before I brought the camera back out onto the Roselle Park platform. Intermodals 20E and 212 had passed by between 7 and 8 o'clock, as well as a healthy number of NJ Transit commuters in both directions. 5513 was one of these commuters, drawing a PL42AC like most trains do that run New Jersey Transit's Raritan Valley line. The early morning rush of commuters would soon give way to a handful of mid-morning freights in rapid succession. 20K was the third of the AM eastbound intermodal fleet, with plenty of domestic double stacks for Croxton. .21M was next shortly after, with a healthy train of double stacks and Tofsy traffic from Croxton for the long haul west to Chicago 63rd Street. Minutes later, NJT 5510 has crossed onto Conrail at CP Aldine and is right on time for its 9:59 station stop at Roselle Park. As 5510 shoves on towards Union and Newark, the advancing auto racks of 11J can be seen in the distance around CP Townley. Unlike the GE wide cabs that led all the other westbounds out of North Jersey this morning, 11J brought a wide cab of a different sort. Leading the train of 80 Detroit-bound empties is SD60E 6907, a creation from Norfolk Southern's Juniata shops in Altoona. Many in the railfan community describe these locomotives as hideous, though I for one was very content to finally see one leading out on the road. '64J's trash empties would be the last train I would photograph this Thanksgiving morning, and was by the Roselle Park platform just 10 minutes after 11J's passage. As 64J pressed on, it was time for me to press onward as well. The promises of outstanding football games in the afternoon were calling to me more and more, and with no sign of 211 anywhere, I decided to pack it in. Much to my amusement, though, I would get back home in Connecticut only to read that 211 passed by about an hour after I left. But then again, my team completely dismantled the Jets later on, so at the end of the day, I wasn't complaining one bit. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting Allison Chains 243, your home for high-quality Northeastern Railroad videos.
Townley, New Jersey. Track 2, no defects. Total access count 2.